Hey guys, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to episode 60 of the Boonie Breakdown Podcast. The podcast where we sometimes cry, we always laugh, we might get a bit ratchet, but we're forever gonna break it down. This week, the guest is the homie Kenny. That's right, BFF, he's on again. And Kenny answers a follow-up question about his vasectomy, and then we chat a little bit about Meek Mill, and we go into the mute R. Kelly conversation. I didn't really want to talk about that on the podcast, but since Kenny and I kind of had a slightly differing views on it, so I said, you know what, why don't we talk about it? So stay tuned for that conversation. Also want to let you guys know it's only one episode left in the season. Season 3 ends on Monday, May 28th. No new episodes in June. And we will be back with season 4 on Monday, July 2nd. Okay? So mark your calendars and be ready for season 4. Let's get into Boonie's pick of the week this week. And if you have been following me on Instagram at least, you might be familiar with this pick already. It is the genius Durand Bernard. He is the creator of the gospel hymn, Fuck Nigga Free. I love that shit. Okay. I have shared it numerous times on my page, I think I even went to his SoundCloud page because you can download it on SoundCloud. And now he offers all of these different remixes and versions. You should follow him. Because in his Insta Snap, he will always do some like new version of it. And if you have not heard this shit yet, I feel like it will speak to you, to your core, because he's saying we're going to be fuck nigga free for the rest of our days. Yes, fuck nigga free for the rest of our days. And I love that he remixed the gospel song. He also samples like maybe 6 or 7 songs in it. But let me see if I'm going to play this little clip. Let's see if you can hear it. All right, that's all I can play because I don't want to get sued and have to pay no royalties because this nigga not paying royalties on the song because he samples like so many of them. But this shit is fucking hilarious. That is my wish. I wish that all the women out there will stay, and gay men, or whoever you're into, just stay fuck nigga free. Because a bitch can be a fuck nigga too, but you know, we always put that on the men. So whoever you choose to date, I hope that you stay, and for the summer 2018, you avoid all these fuck niggas out here, because that couples with my new motto. And I promise you, I'm gonna be fuck nigga free for the rest of my days. Oh my God, I love that shit. I'm so sorry. But let's get to housekeeping. Episode 59, I got a little real with you guys on my solo episode, and I appreciate all of the great feedback that you sent. A lot of you said that you loved my transparency and therapy works. And I want to shout out really quick Maria, because y'all be breaking the shit down too. I hadn't even thought about this because Maria listened to episode 59 and then she went back and listened to episode 44 where I told the story of the bird is dead, about how the bird drowned in my toilet. And she had made the connection about I completely missed the symbolism of the rope, how the rope was broken. And I said, y'all better come on through here with the breakdowns, y'all fucking selves. I just didn't even think about what the symbolism and the significance of the rope being cut and broken and who did it and why couldn't I find the piece of the rope. So again, if you have not listened to episode 59, it might make more sense if you go back and listen to episode 22, which is entitled Let It Go. And then if you go back and listen to episode 44, which is entitled Boonie's Back, and then listen to episode 59, it will all make sense. And someone, because you guys are amazing and shared the podcast, someone left a review in Apple Podcasts and it said, well, where do I start? Today was the first time listening and I love what I heard. I'm currently searching for a therapist and I need to stay off the scale too. LOL. I won't lose weight overnight. LOL, keep up the great work. So thank you to Flaw700 for leaving a review in Apple Podcasts and rating the podcast with 5 stars. So you know what? That leads into you guys, right? Go ahead. Head on over. If you listen on any Apple device, you can leave a review on Apple Podcasts. And if you listen on them droids and whatever else kind of fucking phones there are or devices there are, you can leave a review of the podcast on our Facebook page, The Boonie Breakdown. So facebook.com/The Boonie Breakdown. You can hit 5 stars over there. You can be kept in the loop and you can do a review of the podcast there as well. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, The Boonie Breakdown. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Boonie Breakdown. Because if you follow us there on social media, this is the big news. The Boonie Breakdown Live is fucking sold out, right? Yay, y'all. Yay for buying tickets. Yay for traveling in from different places. But a little birdie told me there might be one more way for you to get a ticket, but you will only know if you follow us on social media. So again, you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The Boonie Breakdown, and Twitter, Boonie Breakdown. And when you're sharing your feedback or sharing what you're listening to, don't forget to use the hashtags The Boonie Breakdown or the hashtag PODIN, PODIN, and make it super easy for people to listen. Drop a link if you can, depending on your social media. All right. So that's it for me, guys. Let's get ready to break it down. See now, see your head. Go ahead and sing. See, look, y'all ain't even know Kenny could sing.
Oh, you recording?
I am recording. He ain't even know I hit record.
Oh man, I hate you.
Hey guys, it's Boonie. So you already know my guest for today is the homie Kenny.
What up? What up? We just want to praise Jesus. Hallelujah.
So y'all think I'm a heathen. I got Kenny in the spirit to sing.
No. I sang the original. You sang something.
Yes, as you've heard, my pick of the week was Duran's Fuck Nigga Free anthem. That shit just is so amazing. Every rendition, every version that he makes, and in his Insta story, he did a different version today, and I shared it with Kenneth.
Yes.
And it just inspired him to sing. You know, Kenny's family, right? They all sing really, really well. And it's like on Snapchat, they be having family sing-alongs on Sundays.
Yeah, I mean, birthdays are full-out renditions of the happy birthday songs. I feel my kids are now fully involved in it, and they're really excited to sing happy birthday at any birthday.
Okay, so when it was my birthday a few months ago, his black ass kids, they're so black. They didn't say happy birthday, Auntie A.
No.
They sang the Stevie version.
Well, we get to that. We start with the original and then automatically move into
But
Stevie's
how
version.
did a 2-year-old immediately know I'm just going to sing the Stevie version?
Well, because that's the best part of the song. We do a countdown and then we get into it and then they're ready. They're prepared. So their birthday party is tomorrow, and I'm sure that they are going to act like they hate the song tomorrow. I'm 100% sure that they are going to possibly flip out when people start singing happy birthday to them.
That'll be actually funny. Yeah. And I can't believe they're turning 3 already.
I know. I just feel like I was sitting somewhere the other day and I was still tripping off of the fact that I had twins. It
trips me out every now and then, honestly.
It's still really, the concept is just still crazy because kids were not in the cards at the point in time. And it was all right, cool. Here you go.
And God said, bam, here's 2.
Yeah, and now we're 3 years later
and you want more.
No, there are no more, as you all know.
Yeah, so you guys, the last time Kenny was on here, we talked about, or I asked him about his journey with his vasectomy. And I actually got a follow-up question. Are you ready?
Sure. I didn't.
They're nowhere near the questions that they send Brian, so...
Good. I am glad. I do not want to receive those questions because 95% of them I probably couldn't even answer.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this person just really wanted to know, they did not believe you when you said it did not hurt.
Okay.
So they wanted to know, and this is kind of personal, but they wanted to know on a scale of 1 to 10, what was the pain afterwards, and how long were your balls swollen?
On a scale of 1 to 10, the pain afterwards was probably a 3.
Oh, see?
And I will say that because I've had kidney stones, and that pain was like a 9.5.
Yeah, I hear that's unbearable.
So anything under that is like, all right, this is whatever. But the swelling probably lasted for a couple of days. I would say I got it done on a Friday. By that next Wednesday, I was pretty much almost back to normal. I went to work on Monday, so it wasn't as if the pain was so much that, I couldn't go to work. So I was off on Friday, got the surgery done at like 8 in the morning, and Monday morning I was back at work. So, hey, listen.
There you go. That seems pretty simple.
Get it done.
He said get it done. I think that's just such an easier route.
I think it is for, if you don't want to have kids and your partner doesn't want to have kids, it's way easier for the man to just take, like we said in that episode, it's the least you can fucking do to go get the snip. Like, she pushed the babies out, I had them cut out of her. Right. It is the least you can do. So, if you want to listen, that was episode 51. We did that. So go back and listen to it. Go take a listen.
It's pretty funny. I couldn't even believe I got him to talk about something that personal.
Yeah. We won't go back down that road no
more. So since we can't go down that road no more. I just saw this tweet and I'm confused overall. It was a tweet that Meek Mill was supposed to go meet with the orange asshole in 1600 Penn. And I am just so baffled and confused at this reception of love that Meek Mill is receiving.
Yeah.
I didn't know people liked him outside of the Dreams and Nightmares song. I thought it was over because he took so many L's after Drake and the Nicki Minaj thing.
Like, I feel like people have completely forgot about that. Like that never happened.
Like Drake literally almost won a Grammy for that diss song.
Yeah. And now it's like he comes back out and he's like
Beyonce even shouted him out in a song.
Yeah.
Like, what? So I just didn't understand, when do people start liking Meek Mill? And why is he the one getting this reception? Like, the fucking Patriots owner is hanging out with him. Like, I'm just so confused by this.
Sixers owners. It's really weird, like, how, like, people with money are, like, also...
And rich white men with money who wouldn't ever need to hang out with him.
I'm really trying to see what the end game is with this, because I feel like there's no reason, unless they're trying to show their players that there's a connection with black culture. Like, that's the only thing I can imagine. But, like, where's their profit?
I kind of just feel like this is like the ultimate setup for the ultimate Meek Mill L. Like, that he's gonna catch, because he just always catches L's.
Yeah.
And I don't know how he'll receive this one, but I feel like it's coming. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. And like this situation, like it was jacked up. Like he shouldn't have never been in jail for this one. But at the same time, it's really weird that like he has become like
the poster child
for
prison reform.
The prison reform system. And Meek is the person that like everyone now loves and supports. When like, was it a year ago that back to back and all that?
Yeah, that had to only be a year ago because it was last year's Grammys.
Yeah, like everyone is like, all right, bye, Meek. We,
they really got him out the paint. Nicki Minaj left him.
You lost Nicki. You went to jail. You lost to Drake. It was just like, all right, peace.
Is he poised now for a Cardi B like come up? Do you think he can ride it that far?
See, I don't think Meek needs to release any music anymore. Like, I don't think like where he's at right now. Like, obviously, I don't know what his,
What would he do? He's not gonna be D-Ray. D-Ray a prison reform?
I mean, he could.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, he could. He could just be. I mean, he could just ride this out as the poster child. Why not? I mean,
Jesus.
Dreams and Nightmare is a Philly anthem now since the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
And he's never made anything better than that. I'm sorry. I mean, has he? I don't listen to his music.
Well, yeah. You're probably not the person to ask. I mean,
but that's the point. Like, now he's never made anything that went as mainstream
as mainstream as that. Yeah,
and it gets the party hype.
Yeah, but like I don't know. I'm very interested to see what his next move is going to be.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Yeah,
but it's just interesting to just see him photograph of old rich white men, and it's like, why are you hanging out with Robert Kraft? Yeah. Like, I just felt like I missed something. Has Rick Ross even said anything about him? I didn't even see Ross say anything.
Yeah, I mean, Jay's been more. Well, I mean, Ross has been dealing with his own life issues of trying to stay alive. So.
From tummy tuck.
So he's just trying to stay alive. So, I mean, now I don't follow Ross as much, so I don't know. Maybe he's on like Snapchat talking about Meek or on it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, it's very interesting. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to see from Meek. He has to. I mean, if he releases music, the expectations of it are going to be very high because it's not just black people that he is now like visible to. Like it's
he's definitely expanded out to the white folk.
It's like he's a mainstream rap artist now. So
but I'm just confused. Like we forgot what Drake said.
Yeah.
I didn't forget it. Is that a world tour? Your girls tour? Yeah, that shit was funny. Yeah.
I mean, but now he don't have to worry about that because he's.
Would it be funny if Nicki got back with him? Because she's corny as fuck too. Yeah. I've also never seen somebody from me. I never was a big Nicki fan. I appreciated a few verses here or there, but I always thought she was over the top and extra. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm like, when is someone on her team going to speak up to her and tell her she's going down that little Kim path with her body?
Yeah.
The newest surgeries explain why she took the Instagram break, because she was under the knife recuperating. Because the ass and the hips are bigger. The tits are bigger, too.
Yeah, I don't get her anymore from, like, a musical standpoint. And like for rap artists, it's very hard. Like you have to know when you've hit your point. Like because most rap artists have a short shelf life.
Yeah, I just felt like she got to go so long because she was the only woman,
only female.
But it's just like she's so fucking corny to me now. Like go sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
Like she was already corny, but it was like. And then she cleaned up from the goofy outfits. And I was like, oh, maybe she will. And now she's just so goddamn corny.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why every song she puts out with, it's one word that she rhymes 20 times. The other song, it was China. This song is Hong Kong. Like, King Kong, Hong Kong. Whatever the fuck she's saying. I don't know. But I'm just,
she's like,
I'm over her whole spiel.
I don't need her music anymore.
That's been a while, honestly.
Yeah. And I don't know, obviously, what her next move is, too. But
she makes pop.
Yeah. But they said that, like, she wanted to be, like, a pop artist before she became a rapper. And
you can tell, because some of them songs when she was doing Katy Perry and shit, I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
I don't, you know what song I hate of hers? It's on that list, like, please never play it around me. Starships were meant to. Oh my god, I hate that song. But I think that was like her biggest crossover, or one of her first crossover hits.
Yeah, I only like the Moment in Life.
I liked that song.
Yeah, I like that.
What was the other one she had with? I don't know. Oh well, it's not too many songs of hers that I like.
she can.
She's never someone on Spotify. I'm like, ooh, let me type in Nicki Minaj. Never, not once.
Yeah, no, I've never done that.
I've never searched for her in Spotify.
I mean, sometimes I get her songs when I like play a Cash Money playlist or something like that, but that's it. That's it. So I mean, hopefully, I hope that a lot of these artists have just like done well with their money.
Well, I feel like she should have, because she was the only one for so long, and then she did the Mag deal.
Yeah, she did a lot of other stuff. So I hope that, yeah.
I would hope that she at least.
She shouldn't.
And she's going to have to maintain this surgery. I mean,
Yeah.
While other people are shrinking their asses, she decided to go bigger. And it looked really odd in that video.
What is it? The Chun-Li?
Yeah, which I fucking hate that shit too.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, it didn't look right with the thighs, kind of like Cardi said.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, it looked weird. Because you start to look like the Barbie doll.
Yeah, like that area right down there.
That hip area. Yeah, it's weird. She got to stop.
She won't.
Did you see K. Michelle?
I have not.
She took hers out.
Like completely?
Yeah, I think she's like in the process of downgrading her booty and hips.
So how does that work? Because, like, do they just, I don't know.
Well, I think
like, are they like sucking it out, or is
I think it depends on two different ways. Because some people get implants, and then some people get
the fat transfer.
The transfer. Some people get the injections.
Oh.
Some people get It's so many options for these inflated asses everybody is getting. But I also noticed it on the regular people who are walking around town. Where, girl, I know. Don't credit squats for that shit, because we saw you 3 weeks ago.
Tax return money.
You came back with a tan, your ass went to the DR and got pumped up. Okay. But it's like, you can see on some of these people now, the ones who got it done a while ago, that it's like, it's dropping and spreading. So
like,
yeah, it's weird.
No, China's just look like...
China's is disgusting. Black China?
Yeah.
That is disgusting.
Yeah. That was rough.
Her aunt is the cafeteria lady at my job.
Okay.
And she looks just like Tokyo Toni. Like, you could tell they're sisters. Random tidbits.
I guess she didn't put her on.
But... yeah, hers is just gross. I feel like that's where Nicki has moved to. I thought Nicki, for a minute, had a very nice manufactured body. Mm-hmm. Like, it looks nice, it looks proportional, it looked good in clothes.
Not now.
And I feel like now she's crossed that line where she's gonna look dumb.
Damn, I hope not. I mean, I guess it's going down that path now, but I hope it...
yeah, because everything on her was plastic.
Yeah, I hope it stops.
But yeah, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know what these people are doing. But K. Michelle, I believe because she had talked about it on a talk show, about how she's getting them removed. And that one girl, you probably don't follow her. It's a one trainer on Instagram. She apparently Insta-snapped her implant removal surgery.
Okay.
To show how they took them out, and then like how much pain she was in afterwards, what it looked like. Like, she documented all of this for people to be like, just don't do it. And people were following her because she's a trainer and was showing, I did squats to get this ass, and then she came clean and then got them taken out.
So what, do they like reshape it after they take them out?
I have no idea. Like, what do you do as a whole? Like, I would watch it if it wouldn't make me vomit. I can't watch stuff like that. It makes me queasy.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch it at all.
But yeah, like, because depending on what you got now, it's a hole. So what do they pack it with?
Yeah, that's why I was wondering, because like it should be...
or do they just pull your skin? Like, yeah, what happens? Or is it like a drain? Like, if you got liquid in there or something, they like drain it out and they can... yeah, like, what do you do? Yeah,
somebody that has gotten ass implants, y'all send Boonie a message either on Instagram or in the comment section. Let us know.
Yeah, I am curious. I asked somebody who had surgery to come on the podcast. I said we could keep it anonymous. I could change her voice.
Dang, you got tech.
I can do some things now. But she said at first she was down and then she wasn't. And I think because she was afraid people were going to judge her. But I'm like, ain't nobody would know but me.
Yeah.
But anywho, yeah, I do know a few people who have traveled to the third world countries to get it for the low. Now I'm not saying I'm above a nip tuck. I wouldn't. Well, I don't need to get ass implants, but if I did something like that, I would get just like lipo or a tummy tuck. So I'm not above it, but I'm not going to Colombia or the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, like you would just have to get to that point in life where you could afford it.
Yeah, like if I can't go to Hopkins.
Like I can't do it.
If I can't be somewhere in New York, then yeah, it's not meant for me to do all that.
Like if you have a concern, who are you going to go back and see? I need to know where my doctor is.
But I even think about my like appendix surgery, like how much pain I was in from that. So to do lipo or something down there, I would imagine it would feel the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the DR.
Nope, not ever.
So
not for that.
Yeah, not. Yeah, I mean, I kind of barely want to go
to the DR just to visit. So
because I've heard really bad things about Punta Cana.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't really fans anymore. I think it was like a hot spot at first, and then
I think because they needed the tourism, so they created it.
Yeah,
it was cheap. A lot of people went, and now I think it's just like, ooh.
Yeah, I've never been.
And again, I was toying with it because I'm looking for birthday trips, and it's cheap for all inclusives, but people who I threw it out there, people are like, yeah, if you go there, no.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think it had us running. Now it's like it's not where it's hitting at.
Because I feel like the cheapest all inclusives are either there or Cancun.
Yeah. Cancun's are, but Cancun's a little different because they change up their resorts a lot, so it's never like the same thing. And you can go like outside of Cancun too and still get all inclusive too at like what is it like? I forget the other area.
Porto or something. Yeah. And Tulum is not far.
Yeah, not far.
Yeah, this is true. I don't know, but when you start, because I'm looking for my birthday trip and I'm trying to go to Turks and Caicos because I saw cheap airfare. Mm-hmm. So I go where the airfare is cheap.
Yeah, yeah.
But the all-inclusives there are really expensive. Like, really expensive.
Let's go for like your 35th. What is it? What did we turn this year?
You turned.
I turned the same age as you.
I was trying to get you too. No, we're 34. 35 is next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just, and I also don't like planning trips for large groups of people. So I'm getting stressed out about this and very anxious to the point that continuing to research, I'm just about to be like, fuck it. I'm not doing anything for my birthday again.
Listen, have the package ready. Put it out there. Say, hey, if you want to go, this is the details.
That might have to be for next year. But then everybody turned 35 next year.
Yeah, so everybody.
And I got a few 40s.
Well, I ain't going nowhere. So.
Yeah, you are. You are going somewhere. You go away every year with your wife.
Yeah, we're going away this year. Next year is going to be tough. And then the following year.
Why is next year going to be tough? You have another baby?
Hell no.
I keep saying it so he can have another kid. Maybe he'll reverse his vasectomy.
No, that's like 10. That's like 10,000.
It is?
Yeah, I think I read online. It was like that's why they tell you when they go in there. They say, are you sure? Have you talked through everything?
Why is it $10,000?
It's like I think it says between 6 and 10.
Is it not covered by insurance to reverse it?
Nope.
That's why.
Yeah. No insurance covers that.
Oh, well then I guess you really aren't having no more kids. Because I know you ain't doing that.
Yeah, so it would have to be an adoption. So, no.
All right, so let's get into something else. A few of y'all had asked my thoughts on this, and I really wasn't going to talk about it at first because it's my podcast. I do what the fuck I want. But a few of you asked about it. Kenny and I had talked about it, and we actually had different opinions on this. So I said, you know what? I'll talk about it.
Oh, well.
So y'all can get ready to go ahead and beat him up.
Listen.
Just throw that out there.
People, listen, I can tell you that there are going to be a lot of people that agree with me than you would imagine.
It probably would be, and they probably just are afraid to speak up.
They're afraid to speak up on it.
We're going to talk about this mute R. Kelly situation.
Now, usually I don't do this, but
We ain't muting nobody.
Listen. We're not giving this man money on the Boonie Breakdown.
Okay, all right.
So that is the song that Kenny says will never make him mute R. Kelly. Is the Ignition remix.
Listen, usually I don't do this, but hey, R. Kelly is a creep. Terrible,
I would say he's more than a creep.
Terrible individual. Terrible human being. Now, for me, I am very good. My personality is I am able to segment and separate a lot of things. So, with this, I am all about the music. There are two separate things. Do I think R. Kelly should be in jail? Absolutely. Do I think that there should be new charges filed against him if there are things that he's doing in Atlanta that he should not be doing? Absolutely. Do I think he's a terrible human being? Absolutely. Do I think he's a musical genius? Absolutely. Will I stop listening to his music? Absolutely not. And I did consider it at a point in time. But then I said, you know what? I'm not going to lie to myself and tell myself that I'm going to stop when I know
you're not.
I'm not going to.
See, I'm different. So my thing is, like, at some point, like, I'll backtrack and say, like, first time we heard about R. Kelly being a fucking predator was with Aaliyah.
Yes.
He married a 14-year-old girl and was ballsy enough to put out a song called Age Ain't Nothing But a Number with her, where he wrote. That was the name of the album too, right?
It's a great song. And
some ballsy shit. In the song Vibe, he said, Little Aaliyah's got that vibe. You're talking about a 13-year-old, 14-year-old at that time. It's disgusting.
Very
this
disgusting.
is years ago. He got away with it. Then I'm going to say fast forward to when I was in college. It's like 02, 03.
Yeah, right.
The sex tape dropped. Mm-hmm. With the little girl, he peeing on her or whatever. Mm-hmm. I remember watching this in college. Being like, oh my God, R. Kelly peed on this girl.
Yep.
He went to trial for it. Somehow beat the charges.
Well, not somehow. The accuser, they didn't cooperate, which is probably some scare tactic stuff going on.
I'm glad you're willing to admit that.
Listen, I am completely willing to admit that this guy is a terrible human being.
So, I even went to a concert on a date to see him. He put on a great show. Mm-hmm. He has an amazing catalog. This is true. Then one day it just clicked to me like, oh my God, he's so kind of trash. And I'm like, I didn't actively support anymore. Yes. Like,
there you go.
Okay.
So
that's where I moved to with him. Like, I didn't actively support. And then in the last year, all of these articles and news stories about him holding women hostage in his house. And I think coupled with the fact that this motherfucker is going around posting shit on Instagram like, rumors cause nigga. Then Spotify came out and did that bullshit announcement of them, we're doing something, but they ain't really fucking do anything because they ain't pull his catalog. They just like, we're not gonna promote it, which is fucking lies because I've never had an R. Kelly song come up on my daily mix, and one came up yesterday. So I was like, I thought y'all weren't actively promoting him.
They're active playlists. So
my daily mix,
daily playlist is an algorithm. The active playlist that they have,
where they're like 90s babies makers.
They have curators.
He can't be on those.
He will not be on those.
So yeah, Spotify did nothing but made a whole big deal about saying something. I don't know, like, because then that's a whole slippery slope. Because then it's like, oh, he violated our behavior. Okay, well, what about James Brown? And what about all these other motherfuckers who were trash ass people who were beating women and raping women? Like, so it's like, where do you like, as a brand, if that's the stance you're going to take, then are you going to move Nas because he has allegations? Are you going to move Fabulous because he has... So it's like, where do you draw that line of behavior? We won't actively promote your music.
Which is why I understood what Spotify was doing, but I don't agree with it. It was some
weak-ass CYA.
I don't agree with it. It's like, all right, cool. If you're going to take a stand, you're going to go...
Take the stand and take the catalog down.
Make a stand. But they are... It
was nice PR.
Yeah. Because it's legal ramifications, you know, because then
he's like, well, why are you taking...
You can't, you can't do that.
So it was like, they should have just not said nothing at that point. Like, it was a way for them to say, we hear y'all, but this is as far as we can go. Cool. But I do think this man has gone decades now without answering for any of this. And so I have now gotten to the point that when Ignition Remix came up on my playlist, I hit next.
You hit next. See?
I skip.
Now, where we're at is that we agree that we won't go out of our way to actively support.
I'm not going to no concerts.
I'm not going to concerts.
It's amazing to me that his concerts still have people there.
I'm not going to buy any future albums of his. I will say that. I'm not going to go out of my way to go into my Spotify and open them up. The difference with me is I have all of his albums purchased. So in the event that, like, the way my mind works, I'm like, oh, dang, that was a banging song. It pops in my head. I want to hear it. Cool. I'm going to go listen to it.
But it's like, in my psyche now, like, I don't even say that with him anymore. It's the same thing, like, with me too. Like, okay, you could take this to the Cosby thing. Because this whole, when people are pieces of shit, but the art is still good.
Where's
right?
Where's the line?
My thing was, I never was a big Cosby Show watcher. So in reruns, I don't watch the Cosby Show in reruns. I can't tell you the last time I watched the episode of the Cosby Show.
See, I watch it every single time it comes on.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
So for me to not watch the Cosby Show, that wasn't no big deal for me. Yeah. Different world, because he was still involved, that would be a harder thing for me to give up. Yeah. But the Cosby Show, I'm like, unless it's a clip they share on Facebook, that's probably the last time I watched something of the Cosby Show. But I have not watched the Cosby Show on television in, I could say easily over a decade.
See, I got all the DVDs on season.
Yeah.
I made sure that I purchased the ones that I didn't have after a lot of the main allegations came out. So I will say that. I was like, they're probably going to take it off TV. Let me make sure I stock up.
But yeah, it's like this line where people that you respect, when you find out they become trash. Mm-hmm. Now, I say the other person, for me, that could be controversial for some people, is Michael Jackson. Now, I also was young, so I wasn't out there buying his albums and shit.
Yeah.
People were buying them for me. So, that wasn't a big deal for me.
Yeah.
But that's somebody I'm never not going to stop.
But it's like MJ.
That's fucking MJ.
MJ paid off little boys' families. And we still will continually, like...
That's the person for me.
You know what I mean?
But that's the only person I can think of for me that I still struggle with. Because it's nothing for me to have an MJ day. And I will argue you up and down about him being the greatest.
Yeah. Like, I went and, like, the other day, I don't know what caused it. I was like, man, I want to listen to... Well, it might have been The Buffet. It was a fairly recent album of R. Kelly. And I was like, should I? Why wouldn't I? It was a good album. I'll go listen to it. Cool. That works. Like.
And I do think, does MJ also get a pass though because he's dead now?
Oh, yeah. He died at the perfect time.
Yeah, because, like, I feel like
MJ
if he was still alive, at some point, I probably would still be I would be conflicted on MJ.
MJ had about 4 things that would have gotten him up out of the paint with black people by now.
But the thing was, MJ was always still down with black people. Even though he had his own issues with his image and his face and his skin and stuff, he still was like, they don't give a fuck about us. Like, he was still down for the cause.
But we know people that are down for the cause that bleach their skin. And they are about to paint. Listen,
they ain't give us Thriller.
Listen, MJ bleached his skin, possibly had relations with little boys. And we would have had him way. In this,
I was gonna say something so bad, and they probably would have got me, but I was like, it was a white little boy. Yeah.
Listen, MJ would have been back to trial by now. They would have brought these.
But he couldn't have got. He was off, so it wasn't like Cosby. The case was dropped, and they only did a civil.
No. There are people that he paid that never even touched trial.
I don't know about this.
He's like, I won't.
MJ was trying to buy NBC.
MJ was going to buy MTV. He was going to buy Viacom, and
they set him up.
They were trying to. I do
think it was deeper issues there because you sent me the clip of the Whitney Houston trailer for her documentary that's coming out, which I'm going to fucking see that shit. Because my three pinnacles growing up were Eddie Murphy, Whitney, and MJ. So, and all I got left is Eddie Murphy. Ain't that a shame? But Whitney, it was in the article that Vanity Fair did, and Vanity Fair put out that they discovered that some of Whitney, in doing the film, that some of Whitney's demons came from her being molested by Dionne Warwick's sister. Yeah. Crazy. And so her and the brother who introduced her to drugs were both molested by Dionne Warwick's, allegedly, I guess, were molested by Dionne Warwick's sister, and that's why they turned to drugs, and that's why, Whitney never let Bobby Christina stay while she went on tour. She was always up under her. So now it just explained a lot of the behavior and the drug use. Mm-hmm. But then it's like, they made, in that same Vanity Fair article, they made the comparison with her issues to those with MJ and Prince. Mm. And it was like Prince had childhood trauma. MJ had childhood trauma, even though he was a child star. And how those manifested into their stardom and caused their issues. So
makes sense.
It was an interesting correlation. I'll link the article in the show notes if you haven't read it. But when they were talking about it, he was a childhood star. He felt robbed of his childhood. And in his sick, twisted mind, he wasn't doing things wrong because he was reliving his childhood. Because he had the means to do so. Some fucked up shit.
I don't see where R. Kelly has any of that.
Well, no.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know his story as much.
That interview with Torre, not to make excuses, but...
No, it was creepy.
That interview was creepy, but he was talking about how he would drink the coffee after his mom.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay.
And his mom would leave her lipstick ring on the cup, and he would pick up the cup and put his lips in the same spot as his mom's lipstick mark and drink it, and he just talked about how much he loved his mom. It was just something weird there. Yeah. You're watching that like, that don't seem normal.
Yeah.
But it's all the stuff with these people are geniuses and they're amazing. They're icons, not including R. Kelly in that. But it's like, come on. I'm not saying R. Kelly is an icon. I will never put R. Kelly. It ain't too many people I'm putting on the same platform with MJ and Prince.
I mean, I get it.
So he'll go over here in his predator corner. But it's like, all of them have some level of demon that they dealt with in their creativity, in their stardom. Which led me to another conversation I was having with someone about Beyonce. Because she's on the same level of stardom in a space where it's way more media, way more attention, way more things for people to look at her in. Yeah. What the fuck is her crazy? What's her thing? Because all of these megastars have one.
Have something.
And it's like, she's still human. Like, as much as they call her something. And so it was a conversation I went into with somebody. But then I was like, look at her ass at them games courtside. Bitch be high as fuck.
Oh, yeah. She's
using something.
She's probably high a lot. But, I mean, what did her mom said that they started putting them both in therapy at, like, when they were
Tina.
kids.
That's probably the best thing she did for them.
Because I'm like, yeah, it would have been. I would imagine she has to be like really grounded. I feel like once you like get out of, like once you view yourself as being like a celebrity, like a megastar, like when that's your being, that is what you identify as, then you kind of like lose yourself and go a particular way. And I will never know this because I'll probably consistently be poor. But,
way to dream big.
But I don't know, maybe she's been grounded well. Maybe.
Because I'm just always, it's like all the people who reach that status, Amy Winehouse, like you can just name all these lists of people who had struggled with some type of.
And I think
her struggle is being married to that fuck ass Jay-Z. I still don't, yo.
We're not gonna go there. Praise be the Hove. But no, I feel like this age of celebrity is, do I want to say, more prepared to be celebrities because they've seen so much from the previous generations and they're actually listening a little bit more. I say this for like you can see the difference between like basketball players now. Like the basketball celebrity players that come into the league now are like way more mature than like the players in the 70s and 80s that were like doing cocaine while they were playing basketball. Like you just can't do that. So I feel like there is a level of, I don't even know if maturity is the word, but the celebrities, grooming. They're prepared. They're getting prepared
for the life.
Yeah.
It's just a fascinating thing because obviously something with fame does something to you.
Yeah.
When you have a certain level of notoriety and creativity and genius per se.
It's hard.
They go crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that an excuse for their behavior?
Never.
Yeah, and I think for some people it is because there are still fucking people posting on Facebook that Bill Cosby was fucking buying NBC, but this nigga was out here raping women for decades. Drugging and raping women.
Yeah.
But some people are still, no, the man was bringing him down because he was buying. Yeah. Bill Cosby didn't have enough coins to do that. And I've never even heard that he was trying to until these allegations came out.
He was in a group in the 80s.
Jesus.
He was in a group that
so it was a 30-year conspiracy that finally caught up with him.
That was in the 80s that was looking at purchasing. But it had nothing to do with now since they
Again, I was a child. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was when NBC probably cost a couple dollars.
Yeah, he could have gotten it on the low.
Yeah.
Child, I'm just tired of seeing the stupidity in people defending people who are clearly wrong.
Yeah, and there's so this is where I'm at. I don't defend people that are wrong. And this is where I had a conversation with a friend of mine about like that listening, when we go back to R. Kelly, like listening to his music is empowering him to do the things that he does. And
well, you know what? I could kind of ride with that a little bit.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know.
Because it's still giving him a level of support that he can turn to and say, well, people still come to my shows and people still do this. So I guess by giving him some level of support, it does mobilize him to say, I'm okay because people still love me. I can't be a bad person because people still love me.
And what is our level of responsibility as consumers compared to the level of responsibility of his circle, law enforcement?
I do feel like a lot of people have failed in that chain.
Yeah. Because all right, so
but it could be when the consumers turn, then they like, fuck, now we gotta file these charges. And now we gotta do this.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know, like, would that change? Like, I mean, R. Kelly isn't doing like arenas no more, but he's doing places.
He's still selling out at least 1,500 tickets a night.
Yeah. So, like, for people that listen to his music, what changes? Like, if there was going to be accountability for him, there should be like.
No, I get what I get what you're saying.
There should be accountability, no matter if.
But that's the same argument that people say when this is going into a whole something deep that I'm not even qualified to talk about. But on Still Processing, they were having a conversation about how when famous black people, or black men in particular, are found guilty or accused of something wrong, the immediate response from some black people is, well, they trying to take down Bill Cosby, but Woody Allen been out here raping niggas. Yeah. And it's like, well, yes, they're both wrong. They can both be wrong.
Everybody's wrong, yeah.
Yes, everybody is wrong. So it shouldn't be Bill Cosby should be able to get away with it too because Woody Allen has. Yeah. It should be, why is it that, like, the people who still fight for social justice because black men or black and brown people get convicted of crimes far faster than white counterparts. Like, that's true across the board. But I still feel like
it should be like, hey, we got Bill Cosby. All right, now let's focus.
Go get this
let's
person.
Go get, yeah. Let's focus on that.
But that's not how it goes because we live in America.
Yeah.
And so, it's mad complex. I mean, I'm not going to judge people who choose to, but if I saw your ass at the R. Kelly concert and you post that shit on Facebook, you out the paint.
I get it. You will not see me. And if somebody gave me free tickets, I wouldn't post it. I was there. But I'm not.
His ass will go for free tickets. Don't even let him.
I might go for some free tickets, but I don't knock people that say I'm not listening to R. Kelly no more. I wouldn't do that. Like, that is your prerogative. Like, if you wanna to listen to or to not listen to him, I get it. But for me personally, and a lot of other people out here, because R. Kelly still has like almost 8 million listens a month on Spotify.
So my question: let's say a new allegation comes up, and it goes to trial, and this one he's found guilty on.
I think you guys asked the same question I was thinking about.
Would you give up then? Would you stop listening then? Or would you still, like, you know what, I can still just separate his body of work from...
I can still separate because I think he's completely guilty right now.
Okay.
Like, him going to trial...
Now, do you think people, if that happened, the larger community that still support him, would they still be the conspiracy theorists, or would they finally be like, damn?
I think they finally would be like, damn. And I think there's a older generation that is like a generation past us that are kind of still pumping him.
Yeah, I'm shocked by how many people I still see. And it was in the news that the Tarana Burke, the founder of Me Too, she was at a party and she went up to the DJ and like demanded him to stop playing. They were playing an R. Kelly song. Yeah. Because, the whole Mute R. Kelly campaign. And she went up and like demanded that the DJ stop playing his music at that party.
Yeah. I mean, and there are people that like are still going to enjoy his music, are still going to like him. Not like him as a person, but, are still... Well, actually, there are people that still like him. Yeah, because...
He still be hanging out Tyrese, that idiot, and them be posting shit.
Him, Scotty, and that was weird. But, yeah, I don't know if him... Because I am an advocate for him going to jail. Like, I think he should have been in jail when I was in high school, and that was... 15 years ago.
He should have went to jail with Aaliyah, and none of this would have happened.
So, like, those things are there, and those things don't change. Like, my belief that he is a terrible human being will not change. But my enjoyment with the art is a separate piece for me.
All right, so I want y'all to let us know. When these people we love as musicians, as actors, whatever, when they have a fall from grace of this magnitude, do you just say, fuck them, fuck everything they do? Or are you able to effectively be like, you know what, they're trash, but I'm still going to watch The Cosby Show. So, yeah, let me know. I'm just curious to see how it's out there. Like I said, for me, some people it's harder for than others because some people I stopped watching their work a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I know for me, like my hard one, I probably shouldn't be supporting MJ for the other people that I stopped supporting, but I'm not.
Yeah.
That's the only one I can think of.
Yeah. And I think, like, I am not caping for.
I do think
people. I think there are different levels. Like, there are some people that, like, are like, yeah, we're caping for these people. Then there are some people that are like, I wouldn't even necessarily say I'm in the middle because I'm not caping for them or any of these folks. I'll listen to their music just because I'm a music head. But I'm able to separate the fact that they are trash individuals and deserve to be put away, while still being able to separate and enjoy Step in the Name of Love every once in a while.
Oh, Lord, you're so old. I knew you were going to say that song. Well, I think fair enough, I guess. Yeah. So, well, thanks for coming on, Kenny.
Hey, anytime.
And guess what, guys? Look, I wish you guys could see his face. I said I would give another surprise if we sold out the Boonie Breakdown podcast live June 23rd. Guess who you're going to meet?
Not me.
Kenny's going to be there. Don't let him lie to you. So, yeah, we're sold out, bitches. So, if you didn't get a ticket, sorry. Oops. Look, I'm playing Rihanna videos. I didn't even mean to do that. So, yeah, thanks for coming on, Kenny.
Hey, I'll see y'all soon.
Thank you to KG for stopping by again on the podcast. And if you are one of the lucky few who has a ticket to the Boonie Breakdown Podcast Live, you'll get a chance to meet Kenny on June 23rd here in Baltimore. Again, if you don't have a ticket, it's one more chance coming up. So follow us on social media for your chance to get a ticket. And if you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Google Play, or any app that you listen to your podcast on. Don't forget to leave a review too. You might just hear your review on the next episode. Follow us on social media. Share the episode with those you love, those you don't love. I don't make those pretty images for nothing, okay? Have a dope ass week. Thank you for listening. Until next time.